At 64, Joni Lamb finally admits what everyone suspected. For years, rumors have swirled around Joni Lamb, the celebrated Christian television personality known for her work with the Daystar Network. Fans, critics, and insiders alike have speculated about her personal life, her career moves, and what really drives the woman behind the camera. But now, at 64, Lamb is setting the record straight, addressing those long-standing rumors with surprising honesty. In an exclusive, unfiltered interview, Joni opens up about her truth, what she's learned over the decades, and the shocking revelations that no one saw coming. What does she want her fans to know about the journey that's shaped her into the icon she is today? For over 3 decades, Joni Lamb has held a prominent place in the hearts of millions of viewers as the charismatic co-founder and face of the Daystar Network, one of the largest Christian television networks in the world. Her rise to fame was nothing short of meteoric, as she skillfully blended her religious convictions with a deep passion for media and broadcasting. To millions of fans, Joni was more than just a television personality. She was a role model, a mentor, and the embodiment of faith-driven success. Her voice became synonymous with inspiration, faith, and empowerment. But as time passed, so did the whispers. Behind the polished, camera-ready smile, behind the carefully curated interviews, and even in the sacred moments of her public ministry, people started to wonder, what's the real Joni Lamb? Speculation surrounding her personal life, her relationship with faith, and even her career choices began to surface. The more she remained tight-lipped, the louder the rumors grew. Fans, colleagues, and critics alike couldn't help but speculate. Was Joni hiding something? Was she secretly dealing with the same struggles or doubts that everyone else faces, but choosing to keep them out of the spotlight? There were those who questioned whether the picture-perfect image of the Christian leader was a mask for a more complex reality. Some wondered if Joni's faith, which she so boldly preached about on air, had ever been tested beyond the public eye. Had she ever faced a crisis of belief, one that forced her to reconsider everything she stood for? Others speculated about her personal relationships. Was she really as happily married as she appeared, or was there more to the story? Over the years, each moment of vulnerability, whether it was a slight change in tone, a pause during a live interview, or a rare candid social media post, became fuel for the gossip mill. Even her business decisions didn't go unnoticed. The Daystar Network, which started as a small, humble venture, has become a global media powerhouse. But with growth comes scrutiny. Some questioned whether the drive for success had overshadowed the core values Joni initially preached, and whether she was willing to sacrifice personal beliefs for professional gain. The tension between her public persona and the private woman behind the scenes became increasingly palpable. Fans wondered, what was Joni really like when the cameras weren't rolling? Was the person they admired still the same as the one they saw on their screens? And why had she remained so elusive about the deeper layers of her life? Through it all, Joni Lamb stayed relatively silent. Her professional life remained on track, her television presence never faltered, and the public's perception of her as a pillar of strength and unwavering faith continued. But in those moments when she stepped away from the spotlight, a sense of curiosity lingered. Could the woman who had built such a beloved empire ever break the silence and give the world the truth they so desperately wanted to know? The questions were never-ending, the theories countless. Yet, Joni never let down her guard, until now. After years of silence, Joni Lamb has finally broken her silence, and what she revealed has left fans and critics alike speechless. In a candid, unfiltered interview that took place earlier this month, Lamb opened up about the very things people had speculated about for years: the doubts, the personal struggles, and even the motivations behind her decisions that had remained hidden behind her flawless public image. And perhaps most shockingly of all, Joni admitted to something no one saw coming. The weight of expectation had at times overwhelmed her, making her question everything she had built. For the first time in her career, Joni confessed that the pressure of living up to the towering ideals she projected on screen had at times led her to feel lost, torn between the role she was expected to play and the person she truly was. The unrelenting pace of her career, coupled with the deep-rooted commitment to her faith and her family, had created moments of tension where she was forced to reconcile who she was with who the world thought she was. "I wasn't just struggling with the outside world," she revealed, "but with the person I saw in the mirror. Was I living my truth? Or was I just fulfilling a script that everyone expected of me?" This raw honesty is something fans rarely, if ever, heard from the woman who had always been seen as the perfect Christian role model. For decades, Joni had projected an image of unwavering faith, of a woman who always knew exactly where she was going, a woman whose connection with God guided every step she took. But the reality was far more human. Lamb admitted that, behind the scenes, she had wrestled with moments of doubt, uncertainty, and yes, even fear of failure. In her words, "I'm not perfect. I've never been perfect, but I've always tried to do my best, even if it means making mistakes along the way." One of the most surprising aspects of her admission came when she spoke about the toll her career had taken on her personal life. Though she had always maintained a picture-perfect family image, Joni acknowledged that there had been times when the demands of her work led to emotional distance from her loved ones. "My family has always been my backbone, but there were moments when I wasn't truly present for them. I was so consumed by the mission of the network that I lost sight of the people closest to me," she admitted. It was a vulnerability she had never before shown, a side of Joni Lamb that stood in stark contrast to the woman fans had come to admire. Perhaps most striking of all was the revelation about her faith. While many assumed her belief had never wavered, Joni confessed that she, too, had faced moments of spiritual struggle. "There were times when I questioned everything," she said, her voice shaking slightly. "My faith, my purpose, and my path. It's not easy to stay true to your beliefs when the world around you is constantly changing and when your own doubts creep in." It was a confession that many could relate to, yet few would ever expect to hear from someone who had built a career on being the epitome of steadfast belief. But it wasn't just about her struggles. In this revealing interview, Joni also shared the transformative lessons she had learned over the years. She spoke about the beauty of embracing imperfection and how the journey towards self-discovery and acceptance had reshaped her views on both life and faith. "I've realized that being true to myself is the most important thing I can do. Not for the world, but for me," she said with newfound clarity. With this candid admission, Joni Lamb has shown a side of herself that many didn't expect to see, and in doing so, she has given her fans a much-needed reminder that even those we look up to are human, with their own struggles and doubts. It's a powerful revelation that not only reshapes how we view Joni Lamb, but also challenges our perceptions of perfection and authenticity in the celebrity world. Joni Lamb's candid confession isn't just a moment of personal vulnerability, it's a turning point for the way we view the intersection of fame, faith, and personal identity. For years, Joni has been the gold standard of grace, poise, and unshakable faith in the public eye. To witness such a powerful figure admit to her struggles, doubts, and imperfections is not only refreshing but revolutionary in a world where perfection is often expected from those who live under the spotlight. What makes her admission so powerful is that it goes beyond Joni herself. It speaks to a larger cultural shift in how we expect celebrities and public figures to present themselves. Joni's decision to break her silence and speak openly about her struggles challenges the myth that we must all maintain a flawless, unbreakable facade to be successful, or to be worthy of admiration. In a society where the pressure to have it all together is more intense than ever, especially for women in the public eye, Joni's openness offers a much-needed message of authenticity and imperfection. Fans, who have followed her journey for decades, have long admired her ability to blend her career with her religious convictions. But this admission reveals a truth that many of us can relate to: life isn't always as smooth as it appears. In fact, for many, this kind of honesty is far more relatable than the carefully constructed perfection we're often fed by the media. It's a reminder that even those who seem to have everything figured out still face the same human challenges that the rest of us do. Joni's vulnerability offers comfort to those who might be struggling privately with their own doubts or challenges, giving them permission to be less than perfect, too. Moreover, Joni's willingness to speak out about the toll her career has taken on her personal life gives a rare glimpse into the price of fame, a subject often glossed over in celebrity stories. Behind the success and the accolades, there are sacrifices that can affect relationships and mental health. For years, Joni had been portrayed as a woman who had it all: the perfect family, the thriving business, and a deep connection with her faith. Now, she's revealed that the reality is far more complex. By openly addressing the strain her career has placed on her family life, Joni challenges the notion that work-life balance is something easily achievable for those who appear to be living the dream. It's a sobering reminder that even those who have made it have their own battles to face behind closed doors. Perhaps most importantly, Joni Lamb's revelation about her faith, her moments of doubt, her questions, her struggles, offers a new perspective on spirituality. For many, the idea that faith must be unwavering at all times is ingrained from an early age. Yet Joni's willingness to admit that even she has questioned her beliefs at times gives others permission to do the same. It opens the door for a more nuanced understanding of faith, one that isn't about perfection but about honesty, growth, and resilience. In a time when spiritual leaders are often put on pedestals, Joni's humility shows that questioning and growing is just as integral to faith as unwavering conviction. Her admission also sheds light on an important societal issue: the relentless pressure placed on women to be perfect in every aspect of their lives. Whether it's in their careers, families, or public personas, women, particularly those in the public eye, often face a different kind of scrutiny. Joni's decision to show the world her true self sends a message to all women: it's okay to step back, admit struggle, and embrace imperfection without losing your sense of self-worth. Joni Lamb's openness is more than just a headline. It's a wake-up call for both her followers and the wider public. It's a moment that forces us to rethink our expectations of the people we look up to, while also prompting us to look inward and reflect on our own journeys. Her message is simple but profound. True strength lies in vulnerability, and authenticity is far more powerful than perfection ever could be. Joni Lamb's brave decision to share the raw, untold parts of her life has sparked an outpouring of reactions, not only from her devoted fanbase, but also from industry insiders, fellow media personalities, and experts in both the entertainment and faith communities. The response has been overwhelmingly supportive, with many praising her for the courage it took to speak her truth in a world that often values image over authenticity. Faith-based media expert Dr. Emily Gray, who has followed Joni's career for years, was quick to praise the honesty in Lamb's interview. Joni's confession is revolutionary, Dr. Gray said. For decades, we've seen Christian media personalities portray an idealized, almost untouchable image of faith. Joni's vulnerability breaks that mold. She shows us that faith isn't about always having the answers, but about being honest with yourself and with your audience, even when it's uncomfortable. Gray believes that Lamb's openness could be the beginning of a broader shift in how public figures in the Christian community approach their personal journeys. The power of vulnerability can't be underestimated, Gray continued. Joni's story has the potential to inspire a generation of followers who are craving authenticity over perfection. On social media, the response has been equally resounding. Fans have flooded platforms like Twitter and Instagram with messages of support, expressing how Joni's honesty resonated with their own experiences. I've always admired Joni Lamb for her faith, but hearing her talk about her own struggles made me realize that we're all in this together, one fan tweeted. "Thank you for being so real, Joni. You just made me feel like I'm not alone in my own doubts." Another fan posted, "We need more public figures like Joni who show us that it's okay to not be okay sometimes." It's inspiring to see someone so strong admit their vulnerabilities. Even celebrity peers have weighed in. Author and speaker Priscilla Shirer, who has worked closely with Joni in the past, shared a heartfelt message in response to the interview. "I admire Joni for her courage," Shirer wrote on Instagram. "She's always been someone who has walked with conviction, but seeing her admit her struggles makes her story even more powerful. It's a reminder that we're all human, and we're all on a journey of growth and learning, no matter where we are in life." Industry insiders are also recognizing the significance of Lamb's openness, particularly when it comes to the media landscape. Television producer Michael Hayes, who has worked with several high-profile Christian broadcasters, commented, "Joni Lamb has always been a trailblazer in the Christian television world. What she's done here is groundbreaking, not just for her career, but for the way media figures in faith-based entertainment are going to have to evolve. People want real stories.
They want to connect with the people they watch.
Joni's vulnerability is the next wave of media storytelling, and I think we'll see more figures embrace this kind of honesty going forward. But the reactions haven't all been glowing. Some critics have questioned whether Lamb's admission is just a well-timed move to humanize her brand, especially in a time when the media industry is shifting towards more authentic content. A few voices in the media have pointed out the potential for this confession to be a calculated effort to reconnect with a changing audience. While I applaud Joni for her honesty, we have to be cautious about reading too much into her personal struggles, said media critic Carla Jenkins. In an era where vulnerability is often used as a tool for engagement, it's important to recognize that public figures, especially those with Joni's platform, might be balancing personal growth with career strategy. Despite the mixed opinions, what's undeniable is the power of Joni's message. Whether her revelation is seen as a genuine moment of self-reflection or as a savvy career move, it has sparked an important conversation about authenticity in the public eye. It's also served as a reminder that no matter how much we may admire or look up to someone, they are not immune to the same struggles and questions that we all face. One thing is clear, Joni Lamb's revelation is more than just a headline. It's a moment that has shaken the media world and inspired countless individuals to embrace their own imperfections, doubts, and personal growth. At the heart of Joni Lamb's powerful revelation lies a message that transcends the boundaries of fame, faith, and celebrity culture. It's a message that resonates deeply with anyone who's ever grappled with the pressure of living up to expectations. Through her openness, Joni has shown the world that authenticity and vulnerability are not signs of weakness, but of strength. In a world that often demands perfection from its public figures, her honesty offers a much-needed reminder that true growth and personal fulfillment come from embracing the imperfect parts of ourselves. Her candid admission about the struggles she faced, whether related to her faith, career, or family life, reminds us all that success doesn't mean having everything figured out. We all experience moments of doubt, confusion, and emotional distance from the things we love. Joni's ability to share these parts of her journey encourages others to do the same, creating space for a more honest, open dialogue about the realities of life behind the screens and the platforms we engage with daily. For those who have followed Joni's career for years, her words carry a weight of authenticity that deepens their connection to her. Fans now see her not just as the image they admired from a distance, but as a real person, navigating the same struggles that many of them are facing. It's an invitation for all of us to reflect on the pressures we place on others and, more importantly, on ourselves. Joni's story challenges the notion that we must be perfect to be loved or respected, both in the public eye and in our personal lives. Her message is especially powerful for women who often find themselves juggling multiple roles, whether as professionals, mothers, partners, or spiritual leaders, while trying to maintain an image of perfection. Joni's admission is a direct counter to the overwhelming societal pressure for women to do it all, without missing a beat. In embracing her imperfections, Joni has shown us that it's okay to struggle, it's okay to question, and it's okay to take a step back and reassess what truly matters. And while Joni's revelation may have shocked some, it's also a pivotal moment for the celebrity world as a whole. The authenticity movement has been slowly gaining momentum, and her courage in stepping forward and speaking her truth could pave the way for more public figures to embrace their own vulnerability. What was once seen as a risk may soon become a trend, as fans continue to demand more genuine, unfiltered connections with the celebrities they admire. But beyond the industry implications, Joni Lamb's story reminds us of the most universal truth of all. We are all works in progress. No matter our age, our achievements, or the expectations placed upon us, we are all on a journey of growth and self-discovery. Joni's message speaks to that fundamental truth, that it's not our perfect moments, but are imperfect journeys that make us who we are. So, as we look ahead, Joni's path is far from over. Her future is still unfolding, and with each new chapter, she'll undoubtedly continue to surprise and inspire us. But for now, she has given us a gift that is both rare and invaluable in today's world: the courage to be real. As she so poignantly put it in her interview, "I'm not perfect, but I'm enough, just as I am," and that's something we can all learn to embrace. As Joni Lamb's journey of self-discovery continues, the world will be watching closely. With her newfound openness, she's not only redefining her own career, but potentially setting a new standard for authenticity in the public eye. Fans and critics alike will be eager to see how she balances the demands of her career with her commitment to personal growth. Will this revelation lead to a shift in how we view faith-based media? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Joni Lamb has sparked a conversation that is far from over.